It is a hot, humid night in Maplesville, Alabama. A quiet, late-arriving crowd beginning to filter into the stadium. There's one problem. There's no team to play. The only one here right now, the home team, Maplesville Red Devils. Looking for Ellwood Christian to show up at any time. But I can't recall the last time that we've started a tailgate show with only one team in the stadium. That may actually be prophetic for what tonight's game may very well turn out to be. The Ellwood Christian squad has very poor record, 0-9 against Maplesville, and every loss has been a blowout. So possibly Ellwood not really anxious to come into Maplesville tonight, or they got lost on their way between here and Selma. But we are looking forward to when they do arrive and get warmed up and this game gets started. As it seems, it very well could be a late start. Good evening, everybody. This is Jason Green along with Van Clemens. Van's back, everybody. Van is back, and we're excited about that. Joining us as well as Wesley Holson back and the suit Baden Little here, getting set for tonight's game between the Maplesville Red Devils and Ellwood Christian. This going to be a different kind of broadcast, Van. We have spent the entire week reaching out to every conceivable avenue trying to find a roster and statistics on this squad. According to the football team, coaching staff, even film was very scarce on Ellwood. We made calls to the school 4 days consecutively. We made calls to every media outlet in Selma with great help, by the way, Herculean effort from the Selma Times-Journal in an effort to help us out. To no avail. Was told we would get it. And it's 6:30, and we still don't have it. So before we get into the meat of this game, I just want to apologize to anybody from Selma that may be listening. We've done our due diligence in trying to find a roster and know who your players are, but your coaching staff and the administration at the school did not make that possible. So we don't feel like we're going to be able to give you the best broadcast, but we are going to hype, promote, and talk about the Maplesville Red Devils all night long. We thank all the schools in our county for making their information available. We thank you for the Billingsley Bears and even Atauga Academy we had on the air last night for making their information available to us. Everybody, we've never had this trouble before. May not have always been easy, but we got what we needed. This is a first for me, and Van, I assume it is for you. Just feeling like you try your best to prepare for something, and you're just not able to because of somebody else's problem. Anyway, right now on the field here, the Little League football players standing out on the field with their coaches being honored here before the game, Van. And the stands across the way is empty. The bus from Ellwood has not arrived. And I would be lying if I didn't tell you there's speculation going through the stadium whether or not they'll even show up. Welcome in, welcome back. We did miss you. Kelly did a great job, but we're glad to have the team back together tonight. We did miss you, but glad you got to spend an evening watching the middle school team play and watching your daughter cheer.
Yeah, I really did enjoy watching the future Panthers and Kinsey cheer with her cheerleaders as well. They're the future of Panther Nation. They played hard, came up a little short last night, but got better from week 1 to week 2. And so playing a lot of young kids, playing some 8th graders in some positions that they didn't play in last year. So everybody's still trying to figure out, get their feet wet. But Coach Roshan and their coaching staff continue to grind. And they got a quick turnaround this week. I mean, they're going to turn around and play Hopeful on Monday. So little film session today, try to fix some things, and then we're going to get back at it, go on the road to Hopeful Monday morning or Monday afternoon. So, but really
it's a quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround, but hate I missed the game, but I love watching my daughter do what she loves. So that but here tonight you got Maplesville, like you said, got the Little League on the field, Little League night. These little these little young men, future Red Devils, are getting their names called out for the first time over the intercom. So it's pretty cool. Moms, dads, grandmothers all here, and we've talked about it a lot. The pride in this community, and you just look out here in a small community, and you got 12 to 14 kids on 3 different teams. That's just if you're a boy in Maplesville and you're capable of playing football, that just you grow up, that's what you want to do. And so we're seeing it tonight. So it's really cool to see this.
It is, and it's one of those things that you grow up in Maplesville, and high school football, high school sports is really the entertainment in this community, and it remains that way and has been that way for decades. But I think that's what makes it so special, because this community pours their heart and soul into all of these athletes, and not just high school. It's from the Little League, from the youngest of the young, all the way to high school, and they continue to support these kids even after they're out of school. They find jobs for them. They create jobs for them. They connect them with people that can find jobs for them. It is absolutely a close-knit community that we just love being a part of.
Yeah, they do a great job, like you said. They support. The really cool thing they do here is a K through 12 school, and every Friday morning they do a Red Devil walk, and those young men that just walked into the field house take time out of their morning to walk through the school, through the elementary, and get to high five. These little guys get to high five, and if you've never caught a video on Facebook of that, that's really, really cool, because those kids that we're looking at right now are genuinely excited every Friday morning to high five those varsity football players. So that's another cool way that this community supports each other.
Every time Thorsby has a home game, they'll do the same thing. They help get the kids out of the cars there at Thorsby School, and we know that's a K through 12 as well. That's one of those great things. An early connection, and you see the kids' eyes light up, because a lot of them dream of putting on that Cardinal jersey and getting out here on the football Friday night and listening to the fans and being part of this great tradition, because it is indeed a fantastic tradition here in Maplesville. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the game, what we expect to take place, and really we'll just find some other things to talk about, because there's not a lot to talk about, unfortunately, concerning Ellwood. And I'm going to stop harping on that. That's hopefully the last statement we'll make, other than just letting you know why throughout the game we're not calling out names for these young men from Ellwood. When we come back, more for the high school football tailgate show, brought to you tonight by Clanton Tractor. Go by and take a look at some of those fantastic Kubota products located along 7th Street South in Clanton. They're on the right-hand side if you're moving south. All the farm implements, tractors, even ATVs, UTVs, things that you're looking for on the farm or at home, just cutting the grass. Go by and see the great folks at Clanton Tractor and Country Financial. If you're in the market for a mortgage, trying to buy a new house, a piece of property, make sure you go by and see Lynn Mosley at Country Financial. She helped me. She'll help you as well. You're listening to the Tailgate Show, the high school football game of the week live from Maplesville. We're back with more in a moment.
Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Hello, I'm Lynn Mosley with the Academy team at Guild Mortgage. When you decide to purchase a new home or refinance your existing mortgage, I'm here locally in Clanton to help you get the perfect home mortgage. You can reach me at 205-369-5634 or come by my office at 112 6th Street South in Clayton. I'm right beside the fire station in Clayton. I'm a proud sponsor of the High School Game of the Week. I'm Lynn Mosley, and I make mortgages, not excuses. Lynn Mosley, NMLS 7369, Guild Mortgage, NMLS 3274.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
I had a conversation earlier today with Aaron Ellison, and he is just a huge fan of what happens at Piper Peach. He loves what we do here on Piper Peach with football. He loves the communities of Chilton County, and really loves the gospel side of Piper Peach as well. So we appreciate that, and he has actually seen a return in investment on the advertising that he has on the Espanol station as well. And listen, if you're looking for a better way to get your brand out there, you need to give Piper Peach Radio, Piper Peach Media an opportunity. Multiple platforms, social media, YouTube, and of course the three original platforms. The first, Piper Peach Radio, Piper Peach Gospel, and Piper Peach Espanol. It is a media monster that Baden Little has created, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of it. We love the Little family, and especially Baden, as we work so closely together. He's always here. He doesn't just send us out on the road and listen from afar or listen from a Waffle House somewhere. He's with us, and he's part of the team, and we appreciate that very much. Welcome back to the High School Football Tailgate Show. Jason Green here, thanking our sponsors, Clanton Tractor as well as Country Financial, for their sponsoring the Tailgate Show. Now, Van, we can delve off into a little more football. We have two fans from Ellwood now across the way. They're late, but they're coming. Just heard from the coach. Okay, so we will have an Ellwood team here at some point. Can't guarantee it's going to be at 7 o'clock for kickoff. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Maplesville Red Devils. And, Van, I know it's a little early, but since they're what we've got to talk about, let's really dissect the team this time. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Maplesville. First on defense. Defensive tackle will be Vaughn Woods. Let's talk about some of these guys individually, because these four guys across the front of this defense are pretty special. Vaughn Woods at defensive tackle, Mike G at the nose guard, Jediah Works at the defensive tackle. We'll go ahead and call Nehemiah McCary, even though he technically is a linebacker. They'll bring him up a lot of times to more of a defensive end standpoint, maybe standing up, maybe one hand in the dirt. Talk about the front four, the front three or front four for Maplesville, and how important it is for them to play well.
Yeah, they set the tone right off the bat. We've seen it the last 2 weeks, Fife and Isabella, that they really control the line of scrimmage. They draw a lot of attention from the 5 down linemen, and then Fife had 2 attached tight ends. So, and having to take having 4 guys that can take 5 to 6 offensive blockers to get them moving, it creates gaps and lanes that those inside linebackers can run to, and they can flow freely to make tackles in that. But these guys do a tremendous job, and I've told people the past few weeks that I'm not so sure that their starting defensive line might be the best defensive line 1 through 4A. And they're that good. They do a great job. Anytime you have, G he's a 6'2", 285-pound nose guard that runs really, really well. Von Woods has been playing since as a freshman. Really came out of his shell last year as a sophomore, and he's continued to add to his tape this year as well with the plays he's made. And then you add Jediah Works, who brings just another type of energy to it. I mean, he's full throttle the whole time, and so those 4 kind of feed off each other. You can tell that, and they praise each other when one makes a play, but they're also, I mean, they get after your hind end up front, and that sets the tone for the defense and what Coach Rush wants to bring to the table.
Let's move on back to the linebacker. And again, we can include Nehemiah McCary. He was so versatile. Some last year he played safety, moved him at linebacker, lined up at defensive end. He'll hold down the weak side linebacker spot. Middle linebacker is the guy that's been getting it done for several years now here, Luke Gray. And then the strong side linebacker is Eli Hubbard. Talk about the linebackers for Maplesville.
Those guys, we've hit on McCary a little bit as a down lineman.
Believe we've got the national anthem about to be played now. So, Van, we're going to pause for a moment.
Thank you for this beautiful night up under the lights here in Maplesville. Thank you for the opportunity for these young men to be able to play this game. Pray that as they go out on the field, that you watch over them. You keep both teams safe. You allow them to play to their best of their abilities, and to play with sportsmanship, to play like men. God, we thank you most of all for your son. We thank you for sending your son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross for our sins. It's in your name we pray.
And now the national anthem. Another great job of the national anthem by the young lady from Maplesville. We jump back in now. We were talking about the linebackers. You talked about McCary, but now talk about the other 2 guys.
Well, I think the other 2 guys, you mentioned Gray's been doing it for a long time, and he's played a lot since his sophomore year. He's really he's the captain. If there is a captain of this defense, he's probably the captain of the defense. He makes sure everybody gets lined up right and gets the call in. But then you add Eli Hubbard. He is so cerebrally smart in the football knowledge that he has. It brings this defense that much higher in capabilities of what they're allowed to do. So those three guys do a great job of making sure they get in the right formation, get the right play in, and they really play fast and they really play physical, and they feed off that front four, and then everything else they're able to run to the football, and when they get there, they come with a little angry on, and they just do a really great job.
In the defensive backfield, and we have three defensive back people, or five in the defensive backfield. They like to creep one of those safeties up. The strong side safety is Colby Mitchell. The weak side is Cade Smith. And going back to Colby Mitchell, you can see him playing linebacker too. You never know where exactly he'll be lined up, and he's a headhunter. Cade Smith, Ty Bailey, just extremely athletic, ridiculously athletic, fantastic speed. Roman Hall is out this year, or at least for a while with a broken leg. And then Ethan Richer, who really has become one of the better lower classification cornerbacks in the state as well. Talk about how important it is for them to be able to match up, because pressure's coming. So they're going to have to do a good job of and there's one player on defense that we forgot to mention who plays linebacker as well, or even the defensive backfield, Aiden Abbott. So talk about those guys, the role that they play, and what's going on.
Well, when a good defense starts at the line of scrimmage, like we talked about, but you gotta have a good back end, especially when you start playing these better teams that are more balanced in their offensive game planning, that they can run and they can throw. Your safeties have to be able to read the run or pass. If they get run, they got to get down, they got to fill their alley, and they got to be great tacklers. And that's what you get with Kobe Mitchell and Cade Smith. They really – it's almost like they enjoy running the alleys when they get run and they come down and they're playing fast and physical. And then they also, if they get past, they do a great job of dropping in coverage, playing with their eyes, whether they're in man or whether they're in zone. And then on the outside, you lost Roman Hall, like you said, but you have Ethan Richer, and then I think Drayden Brown is who they started.
Plays a lot.
So they started last year on the other side. Those guys are very capable of locking down the number one receiver from any team that they play. And when you have two guys, a lot of times you just have one, especially at a 1A level, but to have two to three guys like Maplesville has that can just lock down, and you can go man-free. And when you go man-free, you let Ty Bailey run around out there, play center field. And it is really a no-fly zone with these guys. Yep. I mean, they take the ball out of the air. They play physical. They might get beat, but they're where they're supposed to be. When they get beat, it's somebody making a play over them. They don't blow assignments a whole lot, and a lot of that is they're very, very, very experienced. You're looking at two seniors at your strong safety and weak safety. So, and then the other guys have a lot of experience. So that plays into a big part, and that makes them a really solid defense.
Now let's flip it to the other side of the football, and again, an outstanding offensive line across the front on both sides of the football. It's where it all starts for Maplesville. Let's talk about these offensive linemen. At left tackle is our Darius Harrison. Your left guard is Braden Atchison. The center's Trace Payne. Boy, he's been here a while. Right guard is Rowdy Rhodes. They love Rowdy here. And right tackle is Daniel Hurd. Talk a little bit about these guys and how they make the offense go.
Well, these guys are very experienced as an offensive unit. They played at a young age, some out of necessity, some just because they were the best at that position. But this group has gelled so well in the last 2 years alone. They've gotten better. We saw it last year in the playoff run. They really leaned on their running game, and it started with this group up front. And you added Rowdy this year that picked up right where somebody had left off. He plays really physical. Trace plays really physical. He gets them in make sure he gets it in all their blocking schemes correct, and calls their blocking schemes. Just they're very well coached unit, but also they just gel together. They move as one, and when they're able to do that, it allows who we're about to talk about do what they do.
And that brings us to, we're going to say the quarterback for last and the running back position for last. Let's talk about the receivers, because this is, when you look at it, you've got, we'll call Kobe Mitchell the H-back also. We'll throw him in at receiver. But Aiden Abbott, Eli Hubbard, and Ethan Rencher. Well, those guys start. But then you will see Ty Bailey. You will see Jake Carley. You'll see DeVarian Clark. You'll see Drayden Brown. This is a serious, you'll see Chris Hardy. This is a serious player rotation at receiver. They're very, very deep, maybe more deep at receiver than they've been in a long, long time.
They're really deep at their skill levels on offense, and it allows them. And I was talking with Coach Little after the game, the offense coordinator last week. It's a free rotation. They let these guys rotate in for the most part by themselves, and that shows you that none of them are selfish. Number one, because they could easily stay in and they could easily get the touches, but they're not selfish. But it allows them to stay more fresh defensively. But because I talked to him about his substitution, because he's got a lot of playmakers. I said, how do you get all these playmakers on the field? He said, I don't. He said, they do it themselves. I said, well, that's for one, like I said, unselfish, and just they're worried about the score on the scoreboard. But there's athletes all over, and you talk about Aiden coming back as the leading receiver. You throw Eli in, who's a great possession receiver, very smart as far as reading coverages. To me, one of their most dangerous threats in the passing game is Kobe Mitchell, because he can slip out of the backfield from his H position, or he can line up in the slot and be the linebacker one-on-one down the seam. And then you throw in some of these other guys, Rencher and DeVarian Clark, who can take the top off the defense as well. So just their depth makes them so much better offensively.
Taking a quick look at receiving numbers, Eli Hubbard leads the way, 7 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown. Ty Bailey has 3 for 38, DeVarian Clark 2 for 45, Colby Mitchell 2 for 37 and a touchdown. Rencher 2 for 13, Nehemiah McCary 1 for 23, Aiden Abbott 1 for 9. They spread it around. Eli Hubbard has already proven so far, having taken some of the pressure off the first couple of games when Aiden Abbott was not as available as he is now. So they continue to work Aiden in after a foot injury. But you got to have a guy to throw it to him, and that's senior Pierce Jurgen. Jurgen on the season, 20 of 33, 285 yards and 2 touchdowns. Talk about the senior's leadership.
Yeah, Pierce does a great job of commanding the huddle. He does a great job of getting them in position to be successful, make sure they're in the right formation. Sometimes, as the season goes on, he'll get the opportunity to make sure they get in the right play. And what I say by that is, he'll have 1 or 2 plays, maybe 3 plays that he could call from the line of scrimmage, and he does a great job. He's a good student of the game. He's working real hard. He's working better to take care of the football, take what the defense gives him. Talking with the offensive coaching staff, that's something that they've really worked on in the offseason, is not every pass has to be a home run ball. And they said he's done a great job of studying not only the defense he's going to play, but studying himself. And but as far as a leader, he does a great job. He takes care of the football. And I'm telling you, when he needs to, he can pull it down and run it as well. He is one of the most, in my eyes, and we saw a lot last year in the playoff run, he's a dynamic runner, and he's sneaky fast, and he's very powerful. He runs hard, probably runs a little harder than what Coach Abbott wants him to. Sometimes he can step out of bounds, but he's got the mentality that he wants to punish people too when he runs. So overall, he's one of the top quarterbacks in 1A football right now.
And that brings us to the running backs. As the captains now gather, Ellwood Christian is here, came out, stretched for about 2 minutes, and they've made their way to the sidelines. Man, the captains are heading out to the field now.
Yeah, you have for Maplesville, you have number 6, Jake Carley, number 11, Luke Gray, number 36, Ethan Kitchens, and number 46, James Oglesby for the Red Devils.
So the running backs, Nehemiah McCary, Jediah Works, those are the guys that get the most attention. Last week we saw a young man, I believe it was number 16, Bryce Nichols, carried it about 17 times in the second half for 80 yards, I believe. And they have multiple weapons in the backfield, but 2 workhorses. That's Nehemiah McCary, that's Jediah Works. They look so similar, but they have very different games. Talk about those guys.
Yeah, very, very different. We're going to talk about Nehemiah. Nehemiah's been playing as an 8th grader here. He's really, after last season's playoff run, he's really he's come alive on the recruiting trail. He's got a lot of offers going in. We're going to pause right now.
Let's go to Wesley Holseback for the Larry Puckett Chevrolet pregame report with head coach Brad Abbott of Maplesville.
Coach, first region game of the season. How do you guys get the win at home tonight?
We got to take care of the football, not turn it over. We got to be consistent, no penalties, and play clean football and get ahead early and hopefully put it away early. We get some young kids in here and get out of here healthy.
Thanks so much, Coach.
It's Brad Abbott and Wesley Holseback with the Larry Puckett Chevrolet coaches interview pregame to wrap up the tailgate show. Finish your comments, if you would, Van, on McCary and Works.
Well, I was talking about McCary really coming alive out on the recruiting trail, drawing a lot of attention, and how he does it. He's a powerful runner, but he's powerful, but he's very patient, if that makes sense. He allows his offensive line, his blocking to develop. And this year alone, he's running lower. He's running more behind his pads, high knees, and he's able to break some tackles and finish some runs. And then he's not having to do it alone. Then you bring in Works. He's come in. Like you said, they're very similar, but they're different. And what I mean by that is Jediah is where Nehemiah is more north-south. Jediah can make a move left or make a move right. He's a little bit more shifty, but at the same time, he can be a BYOB. He can be your own blocker as well, and he runs very strong. So they complement each other a lot, and neither one of them are selfish. They don't. If coach says, "Hey, get so and so," they come in. We watched last week. Works had 5 carries, get him inside the 10. He turns around, he comes out. Nehemiah goes in. They're hand-fiving. Nehemiah scores on the next play. First one to meet him is Works. And it's just they're very complimentary of each other, but they support each other and they feed off each other, and that's what makes them so good.
Thunder and lightning, so to speak.
Right.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, kickoff. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on Piper Peach Radio.
Maplesville Pharmacy, where personalized care meets convenience. Our dedicated team is here to assist you with expert guidance on prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, and more. Experience the difference today at Maplesville Pharmacy, your trusted partner in health.
And welcome back to Maplesville. The kickoff teams are on the field now. Rencher is back deep for the Red Devils, getting set to receive the kick. Thank you to Clanton Tractor and Country Financial for sponsoring the tailgate show, and we hope you're ready for kickoff of the high school football game of the week live from Maplesville as the Red Devils take on Ellwood Christian. Again, we have no roster available from any avenue for Ellwood. And it's a shame. They come out white uniforms with black numerals. They are the Eagles. And the black helmets. Maplesville comes out with the black jerseys tonight. White numerals, white helmets. Kickoff is going to be taken by Rencher back at the 20. He's got blocking up the middle. A good seam. He kicks it into gear. He may go. He may go. He's on his horse. One man to beat. Take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Devils. 80-yard kickoff return for Maplesville to take a 6-0 lead, 11:40 to play in the first quarter.
We just heard Coach Abbott say he wanted to start fast and score early and often, and I don't think you can start any faster than taking the opening kickoff to the house. Great job by Rencher. He catches it moving forward. His blocking sets back. They set up a little wedge. Everybody picks up their man. He picks the seam, hits it, and hits the sideline, takes it to the house.
Brendan Harrison on to kick. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good right down the middle. And it's 7-0, 11:40 to play in the ball game. first quarter, rather. Savan, that didn't take long.
Didn't take long at all. Richard was able to get over here, get a shot of water, and he runs back out there. Now he's going to be on kickoff team too as well. But just a great job. Like I said, if you're Coach Abbott, that's something you want to be good. And we talked about earlier, you want to be good in all aspects of the game and this type of game here, and to open up special teams and return it to the house. That's one box you can check off right now for tonight.
So Harrison gets set to kick it off. He's got it spotted at the 40. Number 11 back deep for Ellwood Christian's Eagles. Man, it can't be easy to roll off the bus and roll right into kickoff.
No, it's not easy physically, but it's definitely not easy mentally.
Here's the kick, pooched right down the middle. Hits about the 18-yard line. Ball's dropped by the return man. He picks it back up. He's got pretty decent speed. Maplesville's coverage team is there. They're going to dump him inside the 10-yard line back in the 8th. It was Eli Hubbard on the tackle.
Yeah, great kick by Harrison. That's one of the few times we've seen Coach Abbott really turn it loose, let him turn it loose, and he was able to drop that thing just inside the 20. And great coverage by the kickoff team getting down there. Really had nowhere to go. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and were able to pin them way back inside the 10.
So the offensive line goes to the line first. The backs were still huddled in the backfield. Now they break their huddle and fall into their positions. You'll have a twin formation near side. One receiver set to the far side of the field, moving left to right on this north-south running stadium. Here's the snap. Handoff on the sweep. Met at the line of scrimmage by the defensive end over on the far side. I believe that was Jediah Works coming up, among others. Colby Mitchell was there as well to make the tackle. It's actually a loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, and just trying to get outside the tackle on the jet sweep right there. Really had nowhere to go. Like you said, a host of Red Devils over there on that tackle getting to the football.
Break the huddle now, out of the shotgun. One back set to the left of the quarterback. 2 receivers set. Back comes in motion. Quarterback snaps is high. He's in the end zone. He will take a knee in the end zone for a safety. The Maplesville defense was swarming him. As opposed to taking a massive hit, he decided there's no way I'm getting out of this. I'm going to take a knee. With 10:08 to play in the first quarter, it is 9-0 after the safety.
Yeah, a high snap. Quarterback goes back, picks it up. Could have tried to do something with it, but at the same time, pretty smart of, hey, I see the whole front 8 of this defense coming after me. I better just get down, give them the 2, and live to see another day.
Self-preservation is not always such a bad idea.
That's correct.
If you got 1 guy or 2 guys to beat, it's one thing. He had 8. There were legitimately 8 guys between him and the goal line. Rancher back deep again for Maplesville as they'll return the kick. Stands at his 30-yard line. The free kick will take place from the 20. We're still trying to figure out what's going to go on here. He's moving up to punt this one away. He kicks it. High kick, not a bad one. As a matter of fact, fair catch called for by Eli Hubbard at the 44-yard line of Maplesville. So actually pretty decent job of kicking the football away by Ellwood Christian's punter there. It'll bring up first down, 10 yards to go from the 44-yard line of Maplesville. Red Devils with the football.
Yeah, and I think, Hubbard does a great job fair catching that. I think that was more of a, hey, if we don't fair catch this, chances are our offense is not going to get on the field. So good fair catch. Now they're going to work on some offensive stuff.
Two receiver set, stacked near side. Eli Hubbard in motion left to right. Here's the snap to Jurgen. Jurgen drops back. He's going to look, has a receiver. That's Aiden Abbott over the middle. He crosses the 50, puts a move on the defender at the 45, and is dropped at the 42-yard line. That'll be a first down for Maplesville on the complete pass to Aiden Abbott. Abbott's longest reception is second of the year. They're going to mark him at the 43, first down, 10 yards to go. Trips formation bunched tight to the near side. One receiver set to the far right. Here's the snap, going to be another throw. Looking across the middle, Eli Hubbard's wide open, far side of the field. He'll cross the 35 to 30, crosses the 25, onto the 20-yard line. That's a 23-yard gain, and it's another first down for Maplesville.
Yeah, you saw Maplesville come trip bunch on this side, near side. They were able, similar to what Abbott just ran, they ran mesh with Rencher and with Hubbard, and by the time Hubbard got over to the far hash, there was nobody there. Great job by Pierce. We talked about it in the pregame. Take what the defense gives you. Hubbard wide open, gives it to him, big play.
That was probably the third option because you had two players. One was coming to the sideline. Abbott was going to go deep, and then Hubbard was dragging across the middle, and there he was wide open. Time out of the field taken by Ellwood Christian. A few adjustments, I would imagine, taking place over there. We're going to keep it here because they're going to get back to play here pretty quickly if I had to guess. I like the black look for Maplesville, Van. They came out in the Alabama High School Athletic Association Kickoff Classic with these uniforms. The first time anybody's here seen the blacks at home, and got to think they're pretty excited about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. They look good. Especially, I like it with the white pants with the cardinal stripe down the side. That really looks good.
Jediah works in the backfield. That's Mitchell coming in motion. They're going to hand it off to him on the end around. He's got room down the sideline. Van, I don't know anybody's going to touch him. He's in. Touchdown, Red Devils. 20 yards. Colby Mitchell on the end around. Just a simple play, and it's 15-0. 8:05 to play in the ball game, or in the first quarter.
They went back to the trip bunch this time. They shifted Kobe out, bring him in motion, just jet sweep. Great blocking by the offensive line to seal the edge. Had some skill guys out there. Works was leading the way, but really there was nobody there for him to block. So just a great job there. Good touchdown.
Brendan Harrison on. His extra point is up and good. 8:05 to go in the first quarter. It's 16-0. So it was the passing game, 3 plays there on the drive. And if I could find Wesley has been kidnapped. I don't know.
No, he's working back to get his microphone.
There he is. You know, Van, I'm really struggling. I don't want to bring this up, but I'm going to because I think it needs to be pointed out. I'm disappointed with the cheerleaders' throwing arms. Not one piece of candy has made it into the press box tonight.
I don't know if it's their arms. I think it's the type of candy they're throwing. It's got a big wrapper, kind of flappy, getting caught in the wind out here.
I got you.
So let's maybe if they can dig deep into those bite-sized Snickers and Butterfingers, I think we could probably get it up here.
Let's go to Wesley Holstenback with a Larry Puckett Chevrolet sideline report.
3 plays, 56 yards, 1 minute and 39 seconds off the clock.
Thank you, Wesley. Larry Puckett Chevrolet scoring summary. Here's a Ellwood Christian player breaking free on the kickoff. That's number 11. He's being chased. Maplesville defender trying to take a correct angle. He will bring him down at inside the 1 yard line. That is an absolute busted coverage that's going to drive the coaching staff crazy. It was number 11 for Ellwood Christian. Took the kick about the 30 and advanced it all the way to the Maplesville 1 yard line.
So what we saw is Maplesville dip into their depth a little bit and try to give some of those starters a break that play special teams. And so they went deep into their, and that's a learning moment. Nobody's mad on the sideline right there. A lot of coaching going on, making sure they know, because it's not going to be the last time they get to do this kickoff again. So a lot of coaching going on by their coaches, explaining what might have happened. But what you also see is you see a hungry defense out there that's not wanting to give up that goose egg.
Ellwood Christian in the shotgun, 2 receivers near side. Back comes in motion. The quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to try to power his way to the end zone, and he will not make it. Going to back him up about 1.5 yards. It was Vontavious Woods, Big Von Woods, dropping the back, and it's going to be a 3-yard loss all the way back to the 4 yard line. Brings up 2nd down and goal to go from the 4. Quarterback for Ellwood Christian is number 2. Running back's 23. Here's the snap, handed off to the running back up the middle. The defensive line meets him about the 5 yard line. I think it's going to be another loss on the play. Interior defense swarms on that. It was Eli Hubbard coming up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. All the way back, I believe, to the 6 yard line, 3rd down and goal to go from the 6.
Yeah, this defensive line is doing a great job getting a good push, allowing these linebackers and safeties to fill the alleys and get to the football.
Time on the field.
It's going to be a heat timeout.
It's going to be a heat timeout. We'll take it with them. It's 16-0, 5:53 to play in the first quarter. Maplesville with a lead on the high school football game of the week, a product of Piper Peach Media.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is almost here, and just like football season, the right play can make all the difference. At Bama Benefits, we're your independent licensed insurance team, working with multiple carriers to help you score the right coverage at no cost to you. Open enrollment runs October 15th through December 7th. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Kim Robinson at Bama Benefits today at 205-417-4197. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 8 organizations which offer 16 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE, or your local state health insurance program SHIP to get information on all your options.
But it ain't Clanton.
Very financial stuff.
Yeah.
You're getting new field house.
And welcome back. Van and I actually talking about his brother Scott, that is offensive coordinator up at Albertville High School. Ball game tonight. It's good to know that Scott's up there working. Thank you, Baden, for bringing me back, because I was enjoying my conversation there at the timeout. 3rd down and goal to go from the 6 yard line. Here's the snap. Wingback comes in motion. The handoff is to him. Defense comes up. That's number 9, Ty Bailey, with a tackle. Again, another loss on the play. 2 more yards back to the 8. 4th down and 8 yards to go. 4th down and goal to go from the 8.
That's a great job. We talk about the front. The front did a good job. Kobe Mitchell down, stretching it, and then allowing Ty from his free safety position to come down and fill the alley. And he's playing at 10 yards, and he's still able to make a yard loss tackle. That explains the speed of this defense that Maplesville has.
Going for it on 4th down. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback going to fire it into the end zone. A little jostling in the end zone, but the pass is incomplete, and it is turned over on downs to Maplesville. They'll take over 1st down, 10 yards to go from their own 8.
Yeah, great job there. You saw McCary come free with some pressure off the left edge and forced the throw kind of early. I don't think the quarterback really wanted to throw it as quick, but he breaks through. You had G and Woods break through there to put a little pressure. forcing the errant throw, turnover on downs.
So Maples comes out in a heavy formation now. Jediah Works and Nehemiah McCary in the backfield. Here's a snap, handed off to the up back. That's 33. Mike G. Mike G from the dotting the wishbone formation. Carries it out for a first down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 on the play. First down for Maplesville.
I think this is something we're going to see Maplesville kind of lean on throughout the year to kind of slow the pace of the game down. Get foot to foot, two tights, and with the plethoras of running backs that they got, just really lean on them.
Hand off to Jai Works. He puts a hand in the face of a defender. He's crossed the 50, and he's down inside Ellwood Christian territory at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they just run lead to the left, right behind that left side offensive line. And, I mean, you had G and you had McCary lead blocking. I don't know what you do. I know we've talked about Ellwood being kind of undermanned, but I really don't know what 1A team would do something with that right there.
A gain of 39 on the play. Brings up first down, 10 yards to go from the 42. Back in the shotgun. 2-by-2 set. Throw into the flat. That's going to be caught near side by Ethan Rencher. And out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play. Second down and 3 yards to go. That was a tiptoe. That was a great throw and catch right there. Beautiful throw and a little tiptoe action.
A lot of time in there. We saw him and Hubbard have a lot of success week 0 in that. And right there, Rencher getting in on that action.
Here's a snap. Jurgen looking across the middle. He's got Colby Mitchell. Mitchell's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line on the crossing route. They're going to give him about a half a yard. We'll call it 3rd down and 2, being gracious. 3rd down and 2 from the 34-yard line, 34-yard line. Nehemiah McCary, the running back now, trips formation near side, moving right to left as you listen at home. It's 16-0, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here's a snap, handoff to McCary. Well blocked, breaks a tackle. 34 yards later, you've got a touchdown, Red Devils. 34 yards untouched into the end zone, Nehemiah McCary. 1:50 on the clock in the first quarter.
Yeah, you see Maplesville just run just a regular, it's a trap there, pull the backside guard, kick, and Nehemiah comes straight downhill. Great job up front by those 5 offensive linemen and the H-back Mitchell creating that hole. And Nehemiah hits it and just hits another gear, and nobody can catch it.
Harrison's kick is up and good with 1:50 to play in the first quarter. It's 23-0 Maplesville. Easy now, Van. That's little Michael Jackson being played right now. Let's go to, if he's ready, he's still working on something over there. Let's go to Wesley Holzenbach for the Larry Puckett Chevrolet scoring summary.
5 plays, 91 yards, and a touchdown, 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock.
Wesley Holzenbach with our scoring summary, sponsored by Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Wesley doing a fantastic job again on the sideline tonight.
Told you, getting into some hard candy is starting to hit up here. I heard Chevs. We better get our head on a swivel next touchdown.
I heard something hit, so it was either a forehead and or on the side of the building. If it was a forehead, you may see EMS make its way into the stands most any time now. That was quite a crack. Harrison gets set to kick. Here it is. He'll kick it away. Taking it by number 11 back at the 24-yard line. Looking for a seam. He will not find one. Number 46 and number 51, Carlos Granderson on the tackle, as well as James Oglesby. Great coverage that time by Maplesville. They shored up that kickoff coverage.
I think what they talked about after the last kickoff is we're not just running as fast as we can down there, then try to stop. Once you get within the ball carrier 5 to 7 yards, you kind of break down.
Yep.
And they did much better that time and pinned them back inside the 30 right there.
It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Maplesville, or for Ellwood Christian rather, at their own 30. Let's check that. It's going to be the 27-yard line now. So it was a 7-yard return. Quarterback is number 2. The running back 23 is set to his right side. 2 receivers set near side. One of the hash mark, or between the hash mark and the numbers. One outside the numbers. Another receiver technically in the slot. Now comes in motion left to right. Here's a handoff up the middle. It will fail to gain. It's actually going to be a loss of a yard. The Maplesville defensive front is just mashing that offensive front. It was Von Woods coming up with another tackle. We've called his name twice on defense. We've called his name once on offense. Vaughn having a nice night already.
And he does that. He did that from the backside. But what allowed him to do that is the first time we've seen them fake the jet and hand back underneath. But what allowed him to do that was the play side tackle and defensive end that jammed up those blockers, and he hawks it down from the backside.
Receiver comes in motion left to right. They're going to throw it over the middle. The receiver is there, bounces off his hands. He actually had a receiver that was breaking deep that may have been a better option. But pressure was coming in the backfield. Quarterback had to get away with it. Good pressure again by the Maplesville defense.
Yeah, pressure created that play, because if he has a little bit more time, he would have seen the backside post come open, because Bailey, when he saw eyes, he flowed deep over to the far hash and allowed the middle of the field wide open. So kudos to the pressure from the defensive line there, but if they get a little bit better blocking, that could be a big play for Ellwood.
3rd down and 11 back at the 26-yard line. Back comes in motion right to left. Looking over into the flat. Receiver is tied up there, didn't get past the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw it out of bounds. We've got a flag that comes in. The wide cap's going to call holding against Ellwood. That's going to be declined if I had to guess. And it'll bring up 4th down and 11.
Yeah, bring up 4th down and 11. Coach Abbott's going to decline it.
2 seconds to play in the quarter.
Force them to punt here.
This will be the final play of the quarter. Ellwood dropping back, I would hope, into punt formation. That's what it looks like now. It'll be a short punt. It'll be more of a quick kick than anything. Nobody back deep for Maplesville. They're choosing to let this one go. It'll end up being a pretty decent punt. It lands at the 37 and rolls inside the 30 all the way down to the 27-yard line. Ends up being a good punt to end the first quarter. At the end of one, Maplesville 23, Ellwood Christian 0. Back with more of the high school football game of the week live on Piper Peach Radio.
About as good a start as you can ask for right there.
Families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
And welcome back. Now it's time for the number 1 restoration scoreboard. 14-6, Verbena at Keith. Thorsby 14-0 over Sumter Central. Chilton County High School trails Helena 7-6. Getting ready now for first down, 10 yards to go. From Maplesville's 27-yard line. Red Devils with the football. We've got a 2 receiver stack to the far side of the field inside the hash mark. Here's the snap. Jurgen drops back. He's looking to throw. Receiver is open. That's Bailey near side. He'll be run out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It'll be a 14-yard gain. First down, 10 yards to go for Maplesville.
You see Ellwood playing man free, so Maplesville's doing a great job of crossing routes underneath, and it's really confusing this secondary. And Pierce is doing a great job of just taking what the defense gives him and putting it where the receivers can make a play.
2-by-2 set. Eli Hubbard in motion. Here's the snap. Throw over the middle. Everybody was covered deep. Eli again coming across the middle. That one was too high. He managed to get a hand on it, but he couldn't bring it in. It'll bring up second down and 10 yards to go from the 40. That's the first time the ball's hit the ground tonight for Maplesville.
It is, and I think you're going to see Coach Little and his offensive staff talk about probably not at halftime, because I don't think Pierce plays after the half, but just in film study, they're going to talk about, hey, when we complete these crossing routes like we're doing, eventually it's going to open up the behind routes. And right there you saw Mitchell with a backside dig.
Here's a deep throw over the middle of the field to Aiden Abbott. He's going to have 11 up to the 49, and it's another first down, his second reception of the game, third of the season. So Abbott's active and open early in this one.
Yeah, and going back to what I was saying, it's going to open up the deeper routes behind the secondary, because that middle field safety is going to start jumping. Linebackers are going to start jumping these crossing routes. So I wouldn't be surprised here in just a minute we see a deep route.
Maybe a sluggo or something
Sluggo
like
with post deep in the middle.
Right. Bunch formation near side. Those 3 receivers. Jurgen drops back. He's got some pressure. He'll sidearm to throw it across the middle. That's Richer. Richer's down inside the 30. He may go. Trying to bump him out of bounds. They will not do it. 40 yards. Touchdown, Red Devils. 40-yard throw and catch. Pierce Jurgen to Ethan Richer for another Maplesville score. 9:34 to go in the second quarter. Maplesville has this one well in hand.
Yeah, Pierce does a great job right there. Another one of the shallow routes that they've been running. Gets a little pressure. I think he was looking for that deep ball that we talked about. Wasn't there. Gets a little pressure. Drops his throwing angle down a little bit and hits Rencher in stride. And Rencher gets a block from Aiden Abbott on the sideline, and then he does the rest all the way to the house.
Here's the snap. Brennan Harrison's kick is up, and it's good. 9:15 to play in the quarter, and I believe the clock is running. It's 30-0. And they stopped it.
Yeah. It's just, I really think this Ellwood team, kudos. I mean, look, they keep putting 11 out on the field. And I know it's tough mentally to keep coming out, playing, going against this powerhouse, but they go to the sideline, they get a little shot of water.
They come back out.
It might not be the same 11, but they send out 11 more, and they keep chipping away.
Brennan Harrison to kick off. Let's go to Wesley Holselback for the Larry Puckett drive summary.
5 plays, 73 yards, 2 minutes and 49 more seconds off the clock.
Thank you, my friend. That's Wesley Holselback with the Larry Puckett Chevrolet drive summary. Here's the kick. It's going to come near sideline, hit of the 25, taken by the back, puts it on the ground. It'll go out of bounds as Maplesville's defense swarms. That was number 4 for Ellwood Christian back. couldn't handle it. Gets away from him, and it'll roll inside the 20. They're going to spot this one, I believe, at the 17. So Ellwood Christian has it to Eagles first down, 10 yards to go from the 17-yard line. Eight minutes and 38 seconds to play in the second quarter. Having a little trouble getting the ball in. Now they get it. Again, the spot at the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Got too many guys on the field.
That's 12. I think they could have probably put 13 or 14 out there right now. Wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Yeah, you didn't see the Maplesville coaching staff really jumping up and down trying to get the officials' attention.
They'll back this one up 5 yards. All the way to the 12, brings up first down, 15 yards to go. 8:20 to play in the quarter. Number 2 still the quarterback, 23 still the running back. Not seeing it handed off to him much as of yet. Here's the snap, quick throw, intercepted nearly by Colby Mitchell, dropped. It was right in his hands, got on him quicker than he thought it was going to. He will regret that because it was a easy pick six. As it is, brings up second down and 15 yards to go, and he'll get a pass breakup in the stat sheet for that.
Yeah, Ellwood just trying to hit a quick screen, just trying to get something out there to the playmakers away from those big defensive linemen and linebackers. Mitchell does a great job of reading it, jumps it, and I think he got a little too excited too quickly right there. He saw the end zone.
Running back is in motion and actually just jumped the snap. That'll be a false start against the offense. They'll back it up 5 yards, and it'll be second down and 20 from the 7. Our partner from last night, Kelly Smitherman, listening in this evening. Thank you, Kelly. Again, we appreciate you and you filling in last night. Here's the handoff to 23. He's going to be caught in the backfield. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. It'll come inside the 5-yard line. Arlington Rhodes, the sophomore defensive lineman, comes up to make the tackle. They'll spot it at the 4. So it should be third down and 23 yards. Tonight's halftime show will be Baden Little juggling chainsaws. Doesn't do much for radio, but it'll be great live in person. Here's the throw by the quarterback over to the far flat. No one's there. It'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, pressure by Nehemiah McCary, Rhodes again, and then number 50, Braden Atchison, the junior, getting in there, putting pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to throw it early. It looked like they were trying to run a little wheel route, which it was covered, but quarterback wanted to hold on to it a little bit longer and probably turn it loose, let him run underneath it, but defensive line giving him pressure. He forced it throw early.
Timeout on the field. It's the heat timeout taken by the officials. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the high school football game of the week live from Maplesville. It's 30-0. 6 minutes to play in the quarter.
Towing or diesel repair? Mims Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mims Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
And welcome back to Maplesville. Let's go to the Larry Puckett sideline report with Wesley Holzenbach.
Yeah, just a little stat update for everyone listening at home. Maplesville is up to 9 first downs, while the visitors have been held to 0.
Thank you, Wesley. That kind of tells the story on offense for Ellwood Christian. And I suspect it's not just they don't have any first downs. They're in the negative yardage. In my mind, it's up to about minus 30 total offense right now.
Yeah, they've struggled to move the football.
Going to punt this one away. Here's the snap. Kind of quick kick formation, end over end punt. It's going to land at the 28-yard line and roll forward to the 20. So it's about a 12-yard punt on the play, and Maplesville will have it first down, 10 yards to go from Ellwood Christian's 20-yard line. Jediah Works in at running back. Ty Bailey, the receiver, near side, outside the numbers. Eli Hubbard, the receiver, far side of the field on the hash marks. Late substitutions taking place now by Ellwood Christian. Jurgen is your quarterback. He stands on his own 25-yard line. Works as the running back.
They figured if they can put 15 out there, they got a chance to stop Maplesville. 2 went off, now they got 13 out there.
And the official at that point begrudgingly calls the penalty. Flag on the play is too many players on the field for Ellwood Christian.
That makes 11. 2 more ran off.
2 ran off, now they're ready. So from the 20, they'll mark this off 5 yards. It brings up first down, 5 yards to go for Maplesville from the 15-yard line. They do not change the formation. They do not change the play. They stand in. Jake Carley is set as the tight end to the left side. Hubbard comes in motion, now sets up on the far end. Here's a handoff to Works on the sweep. Looking for a block over on the far side, and the defensive end for Ellwood Christian does a great job coming over and stopping Works after a 4-yard gain. He just stayed with the play, and Works really never had an opportunity to cut the ball up the field because of the pursuit by the defensive end.
Yeah, one of the few positive plays we see from Ellwood right there, other than the kickoff. But that right there was good defensive play. You talked about stretching it out, using the sideline as an extra defender, but also staying with the play and being able to bring down the big Works was just an overall good defensive play.
Stacked receivers, 2 by 2. Here's the snap to Jurgen. He rolls out. He's looking. He's looking. Plenty of time. There's the throw to Abbott through his hands. Check that. That was Jake Carley through his hands. Incomplete. Brings up third down. And 2 yards to go. Third down and 1. 3:47 to go in the ball game. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
It's a good route by Carley there. Good ball by Jurgen. Just
plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Probably knew that he was going to score, and kind of goes back to kind of Mitchell on his interception attempt. Just got a little too far ahead of himself.
Here's the snap. Handed off to Jai Works. Works plows over a linebacker. He'll have 3 yards. He needed 1. Check it. He has 4 yards. It'll be first down, 10, and goal to go from the 9.
Yeah, that was just a good hard run. Good job by the safety stepping up, knowing that he was about to take a lick, way smaller than Works, but steps up, pops him, takes a lick, but hangs on and saves a touchdown right there.
3:17 to play in the second quarter. First and goal from the 9. Here's the snap. Jurgen fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it around the left side. Runs over a defender. He's in. Touchdown. Red Devils. Pierce Jurgen on the quarterback power over the left side for 9 yards. And it's another Maplesville touchdown.
Yeah, good job there. Like we hit on it a little bit the past couple of weeks that he's a very elusive runner, and they limit him, especially early in the season in the Q running game. But right there, they just show they snap it to him, run Q power. He does a great job of bouncing it out. I think that was Cade Smith, the outside receiver, with a good block to allow him to get in the end zone.
Here's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 3:02 to play in the second quarter. It's 37-0. Maplesville with the lead. Savannah, at this point, truthfully, truthfully, Maplesville is really just doing whatever they want to do. They are working on things that they're going to need when the competition is stronger.
They are, and what we saw right there, other than Trace Payne playing center, they had 4 new offensive linemen right there, and they were still able to move the ball, have good pass protection. So starting to get into their depth, build the depth a little bit. You see those young guys surrounded by their position coaches, learning, looking at the iPad, learning from what they just saw. So just a lot of learning going on from Maplesville.
Let's go to Wesley Holson back for the Larry Puckett drive summary.
4 plays, 20 yards, a minute and 58 seconds off the clock.
That's Wesley Holson back, the Larry Puckett Chevrolet drive summary. Capped by the 9-yard touchdown run by senior Pierce Jurgen. All right, they had 9 out there. Now they bring 2 more in late. These look like young kids, too. Harrison sets to kick. He does so. Nice kick. That's going to land about the 23-yard line and roll. Number 1 for the Eagles has it. Breaks a tackle coming up the sideline. He's finally booted out of bounds at the 15. First down, 10 yards to go for Ellwood at their own 15-yard line. It was DeMarco Stabler. DeMarco Stabler coming away with the tackle on the play. Kenny's great nephew. I don't know that that's true, man. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say probably not.
Probably not. No.
Those Stablers were in South Alabama.
That's right. These are not South Alabama Stablers.
Yeah, these are West Chilton Stablers.
That's right. A whole different set of Stablers.
Oh, whole different.
Whole different. Their mothers went to different schools together. I don't know. Sometimes things just slip out, and that's one of those times. Van, I was telling you about the new song that I taught Wyatt this morning.
Yeah.
He went to sleep before Kristen could hear him sing it. It was going to be something special.
Oh, well, that's something for her to look forward to in the morning before game day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the snap for Ellwood rolling out. He's got plenty of time. Throws it complete. Out in the flat, actually out in the slot on the far side, but the receiver's knocked down for a 2-yard loss. Jake Carley comes up and makes the play. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. This clock has been rolling in the second quarter already as well, mercifully.
They've been very generous. During a dead ball, they'd run 10, 15 seconds off again. It's nothing against Ellwood, but it's more for their protection.
Yep.
And so kudos to the officials.
Here's the snap. This time handed off to the running back who has time, has a little room. He will cross the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Brody Barnett comes up to make the tackle. And Van, I'm trying to remember, there's timeout on the field by the officials.
We got a flag on the play.
The officials stop the clock, and it is unsportsmanlike conduct against Maplesville. That's going to be their first down.
Yep.
That is Ellwood Christian's first down. And really, it does them a huge favor because they were backed up very deep with 3rd down and long from their own 15. This will get them out to it looks to be the 31-yard line after the mark-off. So Eagles have it 1st down, 10 yards to go from there. Running back sets up to the right side of the quarterback. Ellwood moving right to left as you listen at home. Here's the snap. Quarterback's being pressured, rolls out to the right, has time. Going to stop now. That time runs out. He will step out of bounds with a 5-yard loss. It was Luke Gray in pursuit, running him out of bounds. Didn't tackle him, won't get a sack, but it was the pressure that forced him out of bounds with 1:11 to play. Thank you, Justin Gentry, with the weather update. It's a sort of cloudy night, a hazy moon this evening. Temperatures were 84 degrees at kickoff. Not much different than that right now. We thank you, Justin Gentry, for always giving us our weather update here on Piper Peach Game of the Week. Second down, call it 14. Here's the snap. Looking to come around the left side. The defense having none of that. The receiver in motion gets the handoff, and he's knocked down. It's number 30, Vaughn Woods, making the tackle on the play. Play fails to gain. Brings up third down and 14 yards to go. Timeout on the field. We're just going to keep it right here. And fans, understand we're going to take a little bit of an extended halftime because the way the pregame went, we ran a little long. We want to get some of our sponsors. We want to let you hear from our family of sponsors who we so appreciate making the high school football game of the week possible. 15 games, regular season games for Piper Peach this year. We got a heavy workload. The first 3 weeks of the season, this is game 6 for us. And we hope that you've enjoyed it. We'll be right back here next week. Not in Maplesville, but right back on the air with another game. We'll let you know what that one ends later. Because we know there's folks listening that are trying to decide which game they're going to go to next week. And we know who you are. .54 seconds, Van. It's third down and call it 15. It actually was a 1-yard loss in that last play. The 2-yard run earlier was the first positive play of the football game. And the shotgun. Here's the snap. They're looking to throw deep. Now they're going to throw deep. It's going to be intercepted by the Red Devils, number 14, Kate Smith. Smith falls down. The turf monster got him at the 29-yard line. 42 seconds. He had blockers. He had the sideline and the turf monster. That's a divot he stepped in. Going to have to talk to the field crew about that one, folks. The Red Devils have it first down, 10 yards to go from Ellwood Christian's 29-yard line. Quarterback throws that one up for grabs. One receiver, 2 Red Devils. It's Kate Smith that comes down with it.
Yeah, Kate does a good job of staying in coverage with the quarterback running around. He throws it up, high points the ball, has a good return going, and I think he had one of his players trying to get out in front of him to make some way, and he ended up tripping over his feet. But a good defensive play.
Jurgen rolls out. There's a throw into the end zone. Eli Hubbard's there. Touchdown, Red Devils. 29 yards. Pierce Jurgen to Eli Hubbard.
Yeah, just a great job. They run a smash route right there, and I think they worked on this week of Pierce kind of throwing guys open. And what I mean by that, making the throw before the break, especially when you get teams that play man-to-man. You have to throw guys open. You can't wait for them to get open. But right there, he does a great job. They roll him out of the pocket where he's very comfortable. And Eli running about a 12-yard corner before he's out of his break, ball's in the air. He looks up and catches it in his zone. Just a great offense play all the way around.
Brennan Harrison's kick is up and good with 30 seconds to play in the half. It's 44-0 Red Devils. That should do it for the starters. That should do it for anybody over the 11th grade.
I would think so, unless it's very deep on this team, so you might have some 11th graders that don't get much playing time, but they're about to get some playing time definitely the next the next 2 quarters.
Wesley's got his microphone in his hand. We'll hold it right there. That's pretty simple. One play, 29 yards, touchdown from Pierce Jurgen to Eli Hubbard. 26 seconds ran off the clock, so we know Eli's not that slow, being gracious with the clock here. Here's a boot from Harrison that rolls into the end zone for a touchback. How about that? That may be the first one of his career. But it rolls into the end zone, and it is a touchback. So Ellwood Christian will have it. First down, 10 yards to go from the 20 with 18 seconds to play.
Yeah, Harrison getting a little excited. Got a little juice in that leg right there. Bonds, they're still hash deep in what we call it, trying to land it between the numbers and the sideline. And he's done a great job all night of doing that. That time he put a little bit more leg in it. Ellwood had played up. He kicked it over their head. It hit on about the 17, 18-yard line and then got a great roll into the end zone. And Ellwood's really lucky that it got in the end zone because they done washed it. And Maplesville was running down there. It could have been an easy 6 points right there, but too much juice in the leg of number 82, Harrison, right there with a touchback.
Lots of substitutions now for Maplesville. 35, Brody Barnett is in at linebacker. And there's substitutions across the defensive front. Drayden Brown is back deep at safety. Here's the snap. Number 1 comes with a drag route. They're going to throw it to him. It's actually complete. Are they going to call it complete or incomplete?
Looks like they're going to give it to him.
They're going to say it called it. And that's the final play of the half. Doesn't really matter. Score at halftime, Maplesville, not surprisingly, 44-0 over Ellwood Christian. You're listening to the high school football game of the week. Now we go to the sidelines for the halftime report with Wesley Holzenbach and head coach Brad Abbott. What's going on? They've just brought – no, they're sending the team back off the field.
Thought that Ellwood got a timeout in right there.
Okay. So let's go to Wesley Holzenbach. He's with head coach Brad Abbott.
44-0 our score at half. Your thoughts on that first half so far?
It's pretty clean. We had a breakdown. We put in some subs on kickoff that they didn't break down. They let the guy run down to about the 4. Our defense came in, did a good job of turning him away from the end zone. But for that little foobar, the rest of the night, we're doing pretty good. We're throwing the ball a lot, running a lot of routes where Pierce has to read his reads, going through the different levels of his reads. Well, I think we've only thrown one pass where it was just a straight all hitches, where that's pretty much you just pick the guy you think got the best matchup and let it go. But the rest of our routes have been where he's having to read 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and he's doing a good job. Lions giving him time to look through his progressions. He's making good decisions with the ball. So overall, we're really, really pleased with how we played this first half.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
That is the Larry Puckett Chevrolet halftime report from the sideline. Wesley Holzenbach with head coach Brad Abbott. Before we go to break, the number 1 restoration scoreboard here in Maplesville is 44-0. Maplesville over Ellwood. Verbena struggling with Keith tonight. They're up by 4, 16-12. Thorsby not really having much of a problem with Sumter Central. It's 22-6. Chilton County High School giving Helena all they want tonight. It's 14-6 there. Selma Saints 14, Jemison Panthers 12. The Panthers have a good shot at that one on the road in Selma. Sulligent 14, Isabella 0. Don't forget yesterday, Chilton Christian Academy defeated Cahaba 54-6. And the Billingsley Bears dropped a decision at home against Otaga Academy, 41-19. That is the number 1 restoration scoreboard. I'm J.C. Green with Van Clements and Wesley Holzenbach. We're at halftime with Maplesville leading 44-0.
Begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Hello, I'm Lynn Mosley with the Academy team at Guild Mortgage. When you decide to purchase a new home or refinance your existing mortgage, I'm here locally in Clanton to help you get the perfect home mortgage. You can reach me at 205-369-5634 or come by my office at 112 6th Street South in Clanton. I'm right beside the fire station in Clanton. I'm a proud sponsor of the high school game of the week. I'm Lynn Mosley, and I make mortgages, not excuses. Lynn Mosley, NMLS 7369, Guild Mortgage, NMLS 3274.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us. Maplesville Pharmacy, where personalized care meets convenience. Our dedicated team is here to assist you with expert guidance on prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, and more. Experience the difference today at Maplesville Pharmacy, your trusted partner in health.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is almost here, and just like football season, the right play can make all the difference. At Bama Benefits, we're your independent licensed insurance team, working with multiple carriers to help you score the right coverage at no cost to you. Open enrollment runs October 15th through December 7th. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Kim Robinson at Bama Benefits today at 205-417-4197. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 8 organizations which offer 16 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE, or your local state health insurance program SHIP to get information on all your options.
And welcome back. It's halftime in Maplesville, 44-0 the score. Wesley Holzenbach comes in from the sideline, joins me in the booth as Van takes a break. You've given some interesting numbers as we've sat here and talked. I believe it is 10 first downs for Maplesville to 1 for Ellwood Christian, and that one came by penalty. Ellwood Christian, negative 30 yards total offense. They have one play in the positive category. For Maplesville, 275 total yards on offense. That doesn't include the 80-yard kickoff return for a score. Pierce Jurgen, 9 of 11, 149 yards through the air for 2 touchdowns, and then 126 yards rushing. The one thing that I want to talk about, if you would, Wesley, the number of explosive plays for Maplesville so far. That would be plays 10 yards or more. What have we got?
Yeah, I had 11 plays of 10 yards or more, so lots of explosive plays for this offense so far.
It's tough to tackle Maplesville tonight if you're Ellwood Christian. Let me give you the scoring recap. In the first quarter, the Maplesville Red Devils get on the board with 11 minutes and 40 seconds to play. The opening kickoff taken 80 yards by Ethan Rencher for the touchdown. Harrison's extra point was good. It was 7-0. 10:08 in the first quarter. Safety by a host of Maplesville Red Devils give Maplesville a 9-0 lead. 8:05 to play in the first quarter. It's a 20-yard run by Colby Mitchell on the receiver sweep. The touchdown made it 16-0. The kick made it 16-0. With a minute 50 to play in the first quarter, Nehemiah McCary takes it in from 34 yards out. The extra point made it 23-0. In the second quarter, they continue to score. The passing game comes to life. 9:25 to play in the second quarter. Pierce Jurgen finds Ethan Rencher for 40 yards down the sideline. The Harrison extra point made it 30-0. 3:02 to go in the second quarter. It is Pierce Jurgen taking it in from 9 yards out on his own. The extra point made it 37-0. And with 30 seconds to play, Pierce Jurgen finds Eli Hubbard across the middle for 29 yards and the touchdown. The extra point made it, the score we have now, 45-0. That's the scoring summary. Also brought to you by Larry Puckett Chevrolet here at halftime. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our halftime sponsors, Peach Outdoors. Find them at the exit 205 on the south side of I-65. What a great selection of tractors, of bush hogs, of other field implements that you need, as well as UTVs and ATVs, and all the other equipment that you need to get the job done in your yard or in your fields. Whether you're a professional farmer or a weekend warrior, find what you're looking for at Peach Outdoors. We think those folks are making this possible. And also like to thank Deidre Gadberry State Farm. Deidre Gadberry and State Farm, winning combination along with Piper Peach Radio. If you're looking for a quote on home or auto or other insurance needs, make sure you check out Deidre Gadberry State Farm. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll move you on toward halftime. Also, before we take that break, we want to wish a very happy birthday to Taylor Driver. Happy birthday, Taylor. We hope you're having a great one. We hope you're listening to Piper Peach Radio's coverage of the high school football game of the week. And hey, I know it's your birthday, but stick around. You can eat cake and listen to football. We'll be back with more of halftime here on Piper Peach Media.
36750 Boutique help you find the perfect look to cheer on your team. Located in the heart of Maplesville, 36750 Boutique is your local destination for the latest styles, game day gear, and must-have accessories. Whether you're looking for a stylish outfit or just want to refresh your wardrobe, they have you covered. Visit 36750 Boutique in downtown Maplesville, where fashion meets hometown pride.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mems Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mems Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Work out anytime, coming soon to Clanton. Your fitness, your schedule, and for a limited time, enroll for only $1. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our saunas, recharge with red light therapy, refresh in our hydro massage beds, get that glow with unlimited tanning, and push your limits with dynamic classes.
Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation. Open 24/7. Work out anytime. Coming soon to Clanton.
From the stands at halftime.
Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
And welcome back. It's halftime. Still Wesley with us in the booth before he heads back down to the sideline. Wesley, let's talk about the attitude of the players. There was some disappointment last week with the way Maplesville felt like they played against Isabella. They felt like they left a lot on the field. They wanted to go back to work this week and correct that. They've had an opportunity against an opponent that's outmanned. There's no need to sugarcoat that. Ellwood's outmanned tonight. But they've been able to work on some things, and if you pay attention, they're working on specific things tonight. Just what's the tone on the sideline? What's the attitude of the players? What's being talked about there?
The one word I would say is focused. I think something they've done really well defensively is gang tackle. Through both of those quarters, they've gang tackled really well. They seem a little bit more focused than they were last week.
Is there anything tonight that you saw while you were down there that really surprised you?
I'm kind of surprised the coaches didn't lose it when that kid almost ran that ball back.
Well, that was a teaching moment. That's something Van commented, was that they had already put a lot of those younger players out there in an effort to give their offensive players a rest. And they came out, and one of those things, I think, and Van did a great job pointing this out, was that, when you get within 4 or 5 yards of that return guy, you got to go ahead and break down. It's one thing to run down the field and be the first guy down there, but if you're not ready to make the tackle when you get there, you're going to have a problem. That's a teachable moment, and probably why the coaches didn't lose their mind was because that was a teachable moment, and it really didn't cost them. It's something that they can show on film that they can correct with the younger guys as well as the older guys. This game tonight will be all about teachable moments. The win is not in question. It's all about the teachable moments that they can bring away, those things they can put on tape, those things that they can look at better. Because let's be honest, most of the schools that are going to play Maplesville down the road, they're not interested in this game film. They don't care about this one. So Maplesville really has an opportunity to work on some things. And just in case somebody does get this film, they're put some things on tape that they're going to have to think about. So that's the benefit of this kind of game. What do you think is the benefit from this?
Well, I think to add on to what I was saying, first and goal on the 1 yard line, they could have easily let this team score, but yet they still did not let them score. There was still a focus to not let that happen. It's the little things that really seem to matter tonight.
Folks, you keep it dialed in here. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get the second half started. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week live on Piper Peach Radio. It's 44-0, Maplesville with the lead. We'll give you another update when we come back as well.
Hello, I'm Lynn Mosley with the Academy team at Guild Mortgage. When you decide to purchase a new home or refinance your existing mortgage, I'm here locally in Clanton to help you get the perfect home mortgage. You can reach me at 205-369-5634 or come by my office at 112 6th Street South in Clanton. I'm right beside the fire station in Clanton. I'm a proud sponsor of the high school game of the week. I'm Lynn Mosley and I make mortgages, not excuses. Lynn Mosley, NMLS 7369, Guild Mortgage, NMLS 3274.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us. Maplesville Pharmacy, where personalized care meets convenience. Our dedicated team is here to assist you with expert guidance on prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, and more. Experience the difference today at Maplesville Pharmacy, your trusted partner in health.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is almost here. And just like football season, the right play can make all the difference. At Bama Benefits, we're your independent licensed insurance team, working with multiple carriers to help you score the right coverage at no cost to you. Open enrollment runs October 15th through December 7th. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Kim Robinson at Bama Benefits today at 205-417-4197. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 8 organizations which offer 16 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE, or your local state health insurance program SHIP to get information on all your options.
Let 36750 Boutique help you find the perfect look to cheer on your team. Located in the heart of Maplesville, 36750 Boutique is your local destination for the latest styles, game day gear, and must-have accessories. Whether you're looking for a stylish outfit or just want to refresh your wardrobe, they have you covered. Visit 36750 Boutique in downtown Maplesville, where fashion meets hometown pride.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Workout anytime, coming soon to Clanton. Your fitness, your schedule, and for a limited time, enroll for only $1. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our saunas, recharge with red light therapy, refresh in our hydro massage beds, get that glow with unlimited tanning, and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation. Open 24/7. Work out anytime. Coming soon to Clanton.
Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
And welcome back to Maplesville. We'd like to thank our halftime sponsors, Peach Outdoor and Deidre Gadberry State Farm. Go by and do business with these two great members of the Piper Peach Radio family of sponsors. Well, Van, here we go again. We're taking a look. We really want to know how much time they're going to put on the clock. We suspect it's either going to be 8 or 6 minutes. I think 6 is as low as they can go.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think 6 is the lowest that the Alabama High School Athletic Association will let you go. But they will also let you run the clock nonstop, only on timeouts and heat timeouts. So, or, penalty, but then as soon as the ball's spotted, the clock starts running. And like we said earlier, this is not a slap in the face to Ellwood Christian. This is more for everybody's protection. Because when you have a team that's more superior than the other one, the people can get hurt on both sides of the ball. And we don't want that. No. We want both teams to be able to come out of this thing healthy and get into next week, into the second week of region play. So I'm hoping that's what we're about to find out in about 25 seconds, what Maplesville will get rewarded with. But other than that, you got both quarterbacks. You look, Ty Bailey's warming up, so I imagine Pierce's night is finished. Great night overall.
Good night, yeah.
Only just a couple incompletes that I can remember.
9 of 11, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's if you're Coach Little and the offensive staff, that's what you wanted. And you heard Coach Abbott talk about it, and I kind of hit on it a little bit. That's what they wanted this game to do. They wanted Pierce to really read the defense, go through his progression, and really take care of the football. And I think he did that well tonight.
They have put 12 minutes up on the scoreboard, but I suspect we'll see a running clock. They're going to put 8 minutes. They're going to do 8 minutes. This second half should go by relatively quickly. Brendan Harrison on to kick off for Maplesville. He has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Number 1 for the Eagles back deep. And another player across the way. I can't quite tell what that number is. Like these uniforms, though, from Ellwood Christian. Supposedly new uniforms for the group. Here's a kick. Taken in at the 27-yard line by number 1. Looking for some room, not finding a whole lot. He'll return it for 10 yards. It was Maplesville's number 68, Jason King, coming up to make the tackle. Bryce Nichols there as well. First down, 10 yards to go. From the 37-yard line.
And Maplesville has their starting defense out there. I'm assuming this is going to be their only possession of the second half, if it goes the way that Coach Rush and Coach Abbott want it to go. If they can get a quick 3 and out here, the night will be done for these guys on defense, I believe.
They may be on a pitch count. Clock is running. We're at 7 minutes now. They started it. It's not going to stop anytime in the near future. They did stop the clock when Ellwood Christian took a timeout. We're going to pause and take a breath. Let's talk about how kind folks were at halftime here. Somebody pulled out a candy bag and started passing out M&Ms. So, Van, how many packs of those little peanut M&Ms did you eat?
I just ate a half a pack.
Just at a time?
Just a half. I got 2 packs out of there, but I've only ate half. I'm going to save the other
for the ride
pack
home?
and a half on the ride home.
There you go.
I got to drive all the way back to College Chapel.
Do you go? Which way do you go?
I cut across through Isabel and hit 29, come out.
Okay, that's what I do.
Yeah.
All right, just don't get in the way because I'll be in the rush on the way home tonight. It really would be great if you're listening at home tonight in those communities, if you just stand out on the front porch with your lights on and wave when we come by. It'll be like a parade, wouldn't it?
That's right.
A very quick parade, but a parade.
We'll honk.
Just make sure that
for all porch lights we see on our way
we're
home,
honking.
we'll honk.
We're honking. 2 vehicles coming your way, folks. If you're on the porch with the light on, we're honking. we're honking. I've often thought that you were a honky. Anyway, here's a pitch out to the running back. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Number 33 for the Red Devils, Mike G is there. Drops him in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. Brings up 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, and look, we've watched Maplesville play. This is the 3rd time this year, and this is another offensive line we've seen that has struggled to block this defensive front. You have Woods, G, Works, and McCary. I'm telling you that's the best D line 1 through 4A for sure.
Receiver set near side, 2 to the right. Back comes in motion left to right. Sets him in the slot near side now. Quarterback drops back to throw. Throws it into the flat. Defense is there. Outstanding job in pass coverage by Maplesville's number 14, Cade Smith.
Yeah, Smith does a great job right there. They run a little flood route where they go shoot, then about a 5-yard out, and they run the outside receiver, runs the corner off, and Cade was responsible for the slot guy, and he does a great job. He got there a little early, but he was smart enough to play with his offhand, don't get a PI right there. Just a great defensive play by Cade.
3rd down and 14 yards to go, back at the 33-yard line. 3 receivers set near side, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls out. He's got pressure. Sacked by Nehemiah McCary. A big loss on the play. We're going to have to see where they spot the ball. It looks like back at this 18-yard line. So that's a loss of 11 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down. No, that's more than that. They had the ball at the 32. Well, that's a 13-yard loss. So it's 4th and 25 now. 4th and 25. Back in the kind of that quick kick formation they've been using. They don't want a full drop. They're going to take 1 step and kick it away. Here's the kick. I don't know. There's a lot of confusion there, folks. Everybody was standing around watching. Maplesville didn't know what to do, so the guy decided to kick it, and it'll roll dead at the 45-yard line of Maplesville. 4:17 and rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Maplesville with the football back. Pierce Jurgen is back in. They're going to run the starters at least 1 more series.
Yeah, and this starters with, I think, the backup line. No, it's the starting line. Going to give them 1 possession.
So here's the 45-yard line as the line of scrimmage for Maplesville. Jurgen in at quarterback. Brown comes in motion. It's a handoff to him on the sweep. Room around the right side and blockers. Cuts inside a defender. He's down the sideline. He's got 1 man to beat. Can't beat him. He'll be dropped down inside the 20. They're going to mark him down, I believe, about the 11-yard line. A big run of 44 yards by number 12, Drayden Brown.
Yeah, they're going to have a heat timeout. Drayden Brown, another one of them explosive athletes we talked about that just builds their depth at Maplesville. Comes in motion. They just run a little jet sweep with him. He has great blocking from the right side offensive line. H-back, Kobe Mitchell. Jediah Works out of the backfield, gets out there and leads. And then you had Aiden Abbott, who was the attached tight end out there. Just a great job. He almost outrun his blocking, but he throttled down a little bit. It allowed them to get on those DBs that were pursuing, and that allowed him to get another 15 to 20 yards right there. Just a great offensive play coming out of halftime for the Red Devils.
The crowd stuck around. Nobody's interested in leaving early. They're going to be here to the bitter end. Did we say the mascot's name is Blaze, right? We figured that out.
Yeah.
I still say Fireball's better. They didn't ask me.
No.
I'm sure whoever's wearing that costume's cute, but that is the ugliest mascot head I've ever seen. Here's the snap. Jurgen rolls out. Looking, the whistles are blowing. There's a flag down in the backfield. Not the back judge, however.
Too many men
on the field. That's the third time that's been called tonight. Could have been called before, more than that. That'll be 5-yard penalty, so that will bring it inside. Should be inside the 10 at this point. Where was the spot of the football?
It was, I think
they're marking it off right now, and it's from the 12 or the 13-yard line.
Yeah.
This will mark it down. Don't have the best view of it. I want to say maybe we had the yard line wrong. That looks like it's going to be scrimmage now from the 12. So it was from the 17-yard line. First down and 5 yards to go from the 12. Jurgen drops back to throw. Looking. There's a throw in the quarter. Aiden Abbott is there. He goes up. Makes the catch. Touchdown. Red Devils. 12 yards from Pierce Jurgen to Aiden Abbott. And Abbott is back and healthy and doing great things on the field.
Yeah, great job. You know, going back to reading the field and going through your progression right there. They're playing man free, especially inside the red zone. Does a great job of looking the safety off and then throwing Aiden open. Coming out of his break, the ball was already in there. So just a great job by Pierce tonight. Just overall great way to finish his night. I think he's done. So came out, did exactly what Coach Little and Coach Abbott asked him to do.
With a minute and 15 seconds and running clock, 51-0 your score. Maplesville with the lead. Had to get good work. You had to get good work done tonight. It couldn't be sloppy. Maplesville has been very, very sharp, but nothing complicated.
No, nothing complicated. Just things that they do, and they want to just do better, like sharpening your knife. It'll cut, but when you need it to really do some damage, you got to make sure it's sharp, and that's what they're doing. They're sharpening their weapons to get ready for this. I can say better competition in their region coming up.
That's
starting with a
applicable.
very talented Notasulga team that they'll see next week. Very explosive, very athletic. So just sharpening those tools and continuing to get better, build depth. Like they've built a lot of depth, going to continue to build some depth here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go to Wesley Holsom, Matt, with the Larry Puckett Chevrolet drive summary.
Yeah, quick drive, 2 plays, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Thank you, Wesley. Larry Puckett Chevrolet drive summary. Here's the kickoff. Brendan Harrison gets it down the field, taken to about the 22-yard line by number 1. The last play of the third quarter, the return man has the lumber laid to him by number 10, Randall Stoudemire, as well as number 65, DeMarco Stabler. That'll wrap up the third quarter, 51-0, going into the final stanza. Player down across the way. We'll let you know what's happening there in a moment.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
And welcome back.
Hello, I'm Lynn.
And welcome back to Maplesville. 51-0 as we start the fourth quarter. Ellwood Christian with the football. First down, 10 yards to go from the 24-yard line. Moving right to left or south to north as you listen at home. I think Brennan Harrison may be tired when this one's over. He's already got 7 extra points he's kicked tonight. Number 10 comes in motion from left to right across the offense. Now number 1 comes in motion, coming on the slant across the middle. Quick throw across the middle. Intercepted by the Red Devils. Going down the sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Red Devils. Number 22-yard by 52. Trace Payne from the linebacker position. Trace Payne steps in front of the slant, takes it down the sideline. That is a 26-yard interception return for Trace Payne.
Very, very impressive. Like you said, they try to run some crossing routes. They motion over, stop, motion back in, and trying to hit the guy on the crossing route back to the short side of the field for us. And Trace does a good job dropping, using his eyes, getting underneath that route, and then a great job for an offensive lineman of maneuvering the sideline down through there and getting in the end zone. Big reward for a big man like that.
58-0 now with 6:34 and counting on the clock. That's probably, it's going to take something like that to happen again for Maples to want to put more points on the board. And there they didn't necessarily want the points, but at that point you can't stop that kid from. That may be once in a lifetime he ever gets that opportunity.
Right.
He'll never forget that the rest of his life.
No. And I think he's not going to take that for granted, for sure. I mean, just a great job. I mean, it just shows you the depth this team has. I mean, Trace is probably the 3rd or 4th inside linebacker if they're in a pinch. But right now he's getting some reps, and he has 1 rep. 1 pick 6. You can't get much better on defense than that.
That grades out pretty well, if you're honest. Brennan Harrison gets set to kick off. Here it is. Good kick down the near sideline. Taken at the 19 by number 11. Trying to beat the defender. Oh, my goodness, what a hit. Good morning, good evening, good night. It is Maplesville's number 35, Brody Barnett, laying the wood to that young man, and Edward Wilson coming in to help clean it up. That's one of those hits that you feel up here.
Right.
You heard that over the microphone, but you feel it when you're in the stadium. What a hit by Barnett.
Yeah, just a great job. And it started with the outside guys containing right there, breaking down. Stoudemire breaking down, forcing him back inside, kind of held him up, and Brody comes over and cleans it up with a big pop right there.
Ellwood still trying to get the offensive formation figured out, trip formation to the wide side of the field. It's an empty set now. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls out to the right, going to fire that one up for grabs, out of bounds, incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10, 4:18 to go in the ball game. Zach Bramlett in coverage. Zach Bramlett
with pressure.
Or with the pressure, rather. The linebacker, junior linebacker with the pressure. Trying to get an idea of who that was. I believe that was
Luke Gray in coverage.
Luke Gray in coverage, yeah.
Working him some at a safety position right there.
Timeout on the field. I believe this is going to be, is this the Heat timeout?
It's Heat timeout.
4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the ball game. They've taken a timeout. Man, let's just keep it right here. So, if you're Maplesville, what do you take away from this?
I think you've gotten better, especially quarterback play in the passing game. He's done a great job, for one, taking care of the football. 2, I think he went through his progressions a little bit better tonight. And, I think that was harped on this week. He was going to have an opportunity to be in some man coverage, and he did a great job there. The receivers ran crisp routes, for the most part, were solid in catching the ball when Pierce delivered it. Offensive line, great protection. Defense as a whole right now, they had one real threat with the kickoff return that got inside the 5, and they bowed up. And Ellwood I think Maplesville had more yards on defense that possession than Ellwood did on offense. They moved them backwards. So just a great, I think, other than that one kickoff where they had some subs in, but since then those guys have done great.
Everything's been clean.
It's just been clean. No penalties other than the one unsportsmanlike, which probably going to result in a little extra running come Monday. But other than that, I think if you're Coach Abbott and the coaching staff, you can be really proud of this effort tonight.
Same formation as before, an empty set. Quarterback's got it, drops back, looking to throw, pressure coming. Here's a completed pass over on the far sideline. Bryce Nichols comes up to make the tackle. That is the longest offensive play of the night. It gains 6 yards, brings up 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Yeah, great job by Nichols right there. Kind of gets out of phase in coverage, but recovered real well and brought the boom with him when he came.
They have the junior varsity team on the field right now, maybe some 8th graders. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls back. Pressure's coming. He flings it into the sideline, near side. Incomplete pass there. It was number 19, Branston Green, a freshman, in coverage. They'll switch him out now. Number 27, Kenneth Edwards, another freshman, stands in. Dale Nielsen, a freshman, number 77, comes in at defensive tackle. 3rd down, check it, 4th down, 6 yards to go. 2 minutes and 29 seconds to play. Pressure coming. The quarterback loads up, throws it down the field, and they will throw a flag as the two players run into each other, and they'll penalize Maplesville for pass interference.
I think, if anything, you call offensive pass interference because Maplesville's number 24, Calvin Jackson, was in great position to intercept that ball, and the offensive player
threw itself into it.
Coach Abbott declined the penalty, so
the penalty was on.
Yeah, and it was on 4th down, so it should be a turnover on downs right here. But
what?
Yeah,
but the penalty was what?
Yeah, let's just say
who knows?
Hey, we decline it.
It's 4th down. It's 4th down and 4. Yeah, there's something going on they're trying to figure out now. The officials recognize something's not quite right, and they're going to have a discussion.
I think that's what the Wildcat's saying. He said, my bad.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
1st down, Red Devils.
There it is. Maplesville with the football back. 1 minute and 14 seconds. Ty Bailey comes on at quarterback. The 2nd string, maybe even 3rd string offensive line coming in at this point because they have had quite the rotation tonight. It is number 16, Bryce Nichols, in at running back. Brody Barnett in at an H-back. Number 24 for Maplesville. That's Calvin Jackson on. He'll go in at receiver. Drayden Brown, number 12, in as well. Under a minute to play, 52 seconds to go. They'd like to see these guys get a couple of plays. 2 receivers set to the far side of the field. H-back set on the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Handoff to Bryce Nichols. Nichols with a big hole. Nichols, a little speed, turns it on all the way down to the 10-yard line. Bryce Nichols with a 1st down run.
And Bryce is kind of urging everybody to get to the line of scrimmage.
He wants another one.
He wants another one, but Coach Abbott has said, "Hey, we're gonna run this clock out, take the victory, and get on into the field house."
The final 15 seconds ticking off the clock. Maplesville will not run another play. That is the final play of the ball game. Final score in this one: 58-0. Maplesville with the win. and they scored in every area of the game tonight. Special teams, offense, defense, they did it all against Ellwood Christian. When we come back, we'll wrap this one up from Maplesville. You're listening to the high school football game of the week live from Maplesville. Red Devils with a win, 58-0 over Ellwood Christian.
Hello, I'm Lynn Mosley with the Academy team at Guild Mortgage. When you decide to purchase a new home or refinance your existing mortgage, I'm here locally in Clanton to help you get the perfect home mortgage. You can reach me at 205-369-5634 or come by my office at 112 6th Street South in Clayton. I'm right beside the fire station in Clayton. I'm a proud sponsor of the high school game of the week. I'm Lynn Mosley, and I make mortgages, not excuses. Lynn Mosley, NMLS 7369, Guild Mortgage, NMLS 3274.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
And welcome back. We are live. Maplesville having their on-field meeting post-game. Ellwood Christian heading back to the sideline, getting ready to head back to the bus. A good crowd of fans still hanging around. They're proud of what the guys did tonight. Wesley Holson back out on the field waiting for head coach Brad Abbott. Let me give you the scoring rundown first, and then a special announcement you're going to want to pay attention to. In the first quarter, Maplesville started the scoring with 11:40 with an 80-yard kickoff return by Ethan Rencher. 7-0 the score. 10:08 the first quarter, a safety to make it 9-0. 8:05 to go in the first quarter, a 20-yard run by Colby Mitchell. The extra point made it 16-0. Wrapping up first quarter scoring with 1:50 to go. 34-yard run by Nehemiah McCary for a touchdown. The extra point made it 23-0. In the second quarter, the passing game kicked in. 9:25 to go in the quarter. Pierce Jurgen to Ethan Rencher, 40-yard touchdown, made it 30-0. 3:02 to play in the second quarter. Jurgen keeps it from 9 yards out on the run around left side for 37-0. 30 seconds, Jurgen to Eli Hubbard, 29 yards and a touchdown. Second half scoring, 1:50 in the third. Jurgen finds Aiden Abbott for 12 yards and a touchdown. And in the fourth quarter, 26-yard interception return by number 52, Trace Payne, for the touchdown, making it 58-0. Let's go to Wesley Holsom back with the Larry Puckett Chevrolet post-game report with Coach Brad Abbott.
Coach, final score 58-0. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were just telling the guys after a big win?
Well, I congratulated them. They deserved the win. They worked hard this week, and they deserved the goose egg and scored every possession. We had the ball. Offense looked good. We threw it a lot tonight, and our receivers responded, and we scored special teams. And Ethan Rencher had a big started the game off with a bang, turning that kickoff all the way back for a touchdown. And then we got to realize that we have a big game coming up Friday, and we've got to start getting ready right now. We got Nova Southern coming in here, and they're going to be coming in here to try to get that positioning like we are trying to do early in our region play. And they've got a great quarterback who's very athletic. We've seen him last year, and they've got a lot of guys coming back off the team. And they always play us tough. They're a very physical team, and we've got to keep our feet where we're at. We got to stay focused on where we're at. We've got them next, and we got to keep all the outside distractions where it's supposed to be, which is not in here, and keep working every day to get better. And these kids always seem to answer the call, and we challenge them to do that. And but you just got to keep reminding them, and that's what I was just trying to reiterating right there before they walked off the field.
Getting ready for next week. How does that process start on Monday?
we'll come in Sunday. We'll break our film down. We'll talk about where we think we can exploit some of their weaknesses, and vice versa, where we think they may try to exploit some of our weaknesses and all that type stuff. But the kids, they're good at watching. They usually have everything broken down before they come here Monday, and we go out and we kind of do a little piece by piece on Monday and kind of go over stuff, see stuff that we think will work, and then sometimes we may say, well, I don't like that anymore, and we just move on from there. But it's a process. We do this, been doing it here for a long time the same way, and so it's been very successful for us, and the kids know what to expect when they show up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And so like I said, it's all on them. They've got to respond. We can only tell them so much. It's them taking what we tell them and putting it into play, which they did tonight, a great job of doing that.
Thank you so much for talking to me, Coach. I appreciate it. Enjoy this win, and good luck next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Papa Peach.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. Ethan, I had you down for a touchdown tonight. Big win at home, 3-0. Tell me how the game went tonight.
It really just fell into our hands from the start, from the get-go, from the kickoff. And then returning it, obviously got the hopes up high and the cheers up high, got us that momentum really going and flowing to eventually a blowout, 58-0.
3-0 in the regular season. How are you guys going to get ready for the next opponent?
Keep our heads high, not let this win trying to overlook us or overcast us. Let us stay focused and penetrate what we got to do and really stay focused and practice.
Thank you so much. Enjoy this win.
Thank you.
Wesley Holzenbach with the Mary Puckett Chevrolet sideline report. Post game, he's headed back to the press box. Ethan Rencher there, 2 touchdowns tonight. One through the passing game, 40-yard throw and catch from Pierce Jurgen for a touchdown, and he started the game off with an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And let's talk just for a minute as the lovely and talented Gina Abbott makes her way past the booth tonight. The Red Devils scored in every aspect of the game. They scored special teams, you scored defense, you score on offense. If you had to pick this apart, and right now we're nitpicking, where would you think they maybe showed some areas that they need to really work on? No, maybe not a fair question. I get it.
Right. If anything, when they go back and watch the film, I think that there might be some stress on, especially when they got an athletic quarterback coming in next week. I think there was maybe some lapse in coverage when the quarterback got outside the pocket. I think the pressure forced bad throws, but with a little bit more athletic quarterback, I think that it might hamper them a little bit if they don't tighten that coverage up. Play more with your eyes, stay in your coverage instead of looking into the backfield.
Wesley Holzenbach joining us here in the booth now. Wesley, talk a little bit about the play of Pierce Jurgen tonight, who was effective and accurate.
Well, I think your leaders on any football team have to be some of your best players. And tonight, he only really played one half, but I think he played a very efficient half.
I believe my numbers, if I'm correct, 10 of 12 for 155 yards and
2 touchdowns in the air and 1 on the ground.
That's correct. 2 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground. So it accounted for 3 touchdowns tonight. And it was very efficient. Nothing overcomplicated. He threw the ball well. He was on time and on target, in rhythm. Just a really great game by that young man tonight. And he didn't ask a whole lot, really, from anybody. So Maplesville will go into next week's game against Notasulga, which will be physical because they're very athletic, have a talented running back, talented quarterback. You go in, but you're rested because you do have a game like this the week before. So this was really, you don't want to call it a practice game because it was very real to Ellwood Christian as well. But ultimately, what you saw was them going through things that they really wanted to work on, and what they worked on was effective.
Yeah, I would have to agree. They did a very good job of executing the game plan tonight. Wasn't really a wide open playbook. They stayed within the first couple of pages, in my opinion. They knew what they wanted to try to do in the passing game, and they knew the running game was just going to be Maplesville run game. They're going to run power. They're going to run counter. toss sweep, get them outside. But very well overall offensively, very good execution, I think. And I think if you're Coach Abbott and your offensive staff, you couldn't have been more happier with the way your offense executed. And that's everybody. That's from the top to the bottom. Everybody that played tonight.
Even the young kids.
Even the young guys that got in there at the end. I mean, you saw Bryce Nichols with a fresh offensive line. Boom, bust about a 35-yarder, and really was itching because he knew if he got one more, he's probably going to get in the end zone. So just an overall great execution of the offensive game plan tonight.
Guys, really this one has been summed up already. I don't think there's any need to really linger. But the one thing I do want to mention, and folks, I want you to pay attention to this, we have a pizza giveaway from Papa John's. 20 people, up to 20 people, free pizza giveaway. All you have to do is to comment on the post-game Facebook post. All you got to do is comment on that post-game Facebook post that Baden Little will be putting out on the Piper Peach Radio Facebook page. And you could win pizza for 20 people from Papa John's. Do that now. We want to make sure that you do that. Don't miss out on that. It was 10 last time. Now we're looking at 20 people. So, listen, I'm telling you, Baden is a really, really generous guy. Taking a look right now, we're going to get to the scoreboard in just a moment. Thank you for listening from San Antonio, Texas, as well as New Orleans, Louisiana. That would be Boudin, not Winnie's. Louisiana. Allentown, Pennsylvania joined us tonight. Seattle, Washington joined us tonight. From all over the country, and, of course, a plethora of people around Alabama. We thank you for joining us very, very much. We do appreciate you so much. Taking a look now, folks, we've got the big wrestling event coming up in Clanton tomorrow night. Wesley, will you be at the wrestling match in Clanton tomorrow?
If I can get a free ticket, I will be ringside.
Well, there you go. You'll have to talk about that with the suit. He gives a lot of stuff away. He's good at pizza, but I don't know if wrestling tickets is on the agenda.
He already shook his head at me, so
no,
probably not.
You're not getting. You're getting no tickets. No tickets for you. No soup for you either. And want to give you that announcement about that wrestling event, folks. Get ready, Chilton County. New South Pro Wrestling presents Banger Things. That's a play on Stranger Things. On Saturday, September 6th, at the Clanton Conference and Performing Arts Center. The stars of New South, GCW, and NWA will collide in a night of high energy, hard-hitting action you won't forget. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. Tickets are just $25 for the front row, $20 for floor seats, or $15 general admission. All kid tickets are only $10. Don't miss out on this huge wrestling event coming to Chilton County. And, folks, we've been giving tickets away. I think there may still be some that Baden is going to give away. Check that out later tonight and tomorrow to figure out how you can win. But the big thing is to comment on tonight's game post and win a pizza for 20 people, up to 20 people, Van. Are we eligible?
I don't know. I would say we're probably not eligible.
Papa John's Pizza would be awfully nice.
What about our Christians? Are our Christians eligible?
Are our Christians eligible?
Because I got a birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're not invited.
I got some folks coming.
What about my Kristen? Is she eligible?
Well, we got to find her first.
Unfortunately, she's incognito. She's invisible. Folks, we appreciate you. We're going to give you the number one restoration scoreboard as we have it right now. Keith is taking a 18-16 lead over Verbena. Thorsby up 30-12 over Sumter Central. Helena extending their lead 23-6 over Chilton County High School. Jemison leading the Selma Saints on the road 27-20. And Sullivan up 22-7 over the Isabella Mustangs. Don't forget the Chilton Christian Academy Patriots defeated Cahaba 54-6 last night, and the Billingsley Bears dropped a decision at home to Autauga Academy 41-19. Guys, any final thoughts before we get out of here this evening?
I just like to thank my wife, thank my girls. Want to tell my youngest, Natalie, turning 9 tomorrow, so happy birthday to her. Appreciate y'all letting me come out and enjoy.
Are they listening?
I would hope so, but Natalie's probably not. Natalie's sitting on the couch in the playroom with a bag full of pretzels or powdered donuts with chocolate milk, tablet on, TV on, multitasker.
Krista needs to go get Natalie right now because Wesley's going to sing happy birthday to her. Right now. That's going to happen right here on air. Are you ready, Wesley? I'll sing it with you. All right.
Is that in my contract?
This is for Natalie. If you want to stay on contract, yeah, you're going to do this. You ready?
Okay, I'll do it.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you. We love you, girl. You're precious. And your mom's, well, she's just okay. Tell Kinsey we love her too.
That's right.
Thank you, Van. Wesley, any final comments from you tonight?
Oh, yeah, I was showing Van just the amount of carries that Jediah Works and Nehemiah McCary had. They only had a handful together. They're going to be fresh next week, so I think it's going to be a big game at home for Maplesville next week.
This was a good game, and then they've got a bye week later in the year as well. So the way this is set up is very good for Maplesville. Anything else before we go?
Shout out to anyone who's listening at home. Probably just my dad. I think everyone else is asleep.
Good evening, Howard Holsenbach. It's good to hear from you, sir. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up our time. Final score, 58-0. Maplesville with a win over Ellwood Christian. So for my broadcast colleagues, Van Clements and Wesley Holsenbach and the suit, Baden Little. Don't forget about Classic Country. Our time is up. We thank you for yours. Stay tuned on Piper Peach Radio for Classic Country. Until when, Baden? All night long. Roll on 18-wheeler, roll on. Let's play a little Alabama, some Garth Brooks. We may do a little Merle Haggard in there. You never know who you're going to hear right here on Piper Peach Radio. Classic Country the rest of your evening. The sound of the South. Folks, we appreciate you listening. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Again, our time's up. Thank you for yours. God bless you, and God bless America.